Ron the Dinosaur in 1961, and Boxy Boo in 1966, presumably along with many other undated toys to keep expanding the company's growth. But Elliot, again, was still a family man and wanted to help even more children around the world outside of just giving them toys. And at an unknown point during this success, he would create the Young Geniuses program, a program where many gifted children around the world would be hand-selected by Elliot Ludwig after applying to come to the Playtime Co. factory and actually learn how the toys are produced through their factories and innovation labs, with the hope that eventually when they grow up, they would take over the company as Elliot and his many colleagues aged away. Many children would be selected for this program, like Bruno White, who will be important later, but the most special one of them all was a boy named Harley Sawyer, an intentionally isolated child with no interest for friendships or cares for others, with a rough life back at home, but despite this was an extremely intelligent and focused mind, obsessed with the scientific process. When selected for the Young Geniuses program, he saw how dedicated Elliot Ludwig and Playtime Co. was for innovation, which enlightened him further, giving him purpose and determination he never had before. Joining the program and getting to work on these creations with Elliot finally made the troubled young boy happy. However, there was a big looming issue. While Harley cared a ton about progress and innovation, his isolation and lack of friendships had turned him into a cynic. He didn't care about trying to make the children happy or benefiting humanity. He just wanted to see how far he could go with his creations, which went completely against Elliot Ludwig's ethics, causing them to argue against each other, where after a little while, despite him being one of the smartest children in the entire program, he unfortunately was removed by Elliot. Harley, following this, was enraged, believing Elliot was a backstabber after inviting him in the first place just to get rid of him, but for now, he was gone. In 1972, Elliot would sign with the company Warrenbach Construction to build new areas of the factory. For instance, a theater where tour visitors could watch shows acted and based on the Playtime Co. characters, with one of the main mascots of the area being Boxy Boo, among many other sectors of Playtime Co. However, a few years later in 1976, after decades of company growth, Elliot wanted to do something even bigger to further his vision of helping and providing enjoyment to children around the world. He had brought toys and opportunities to millions of families, but he also wanted to help the many others without families, leading to him creating the Playtime Co. Orphanage program, a program ran by Elliot that specialized in providing homes and love to millions of children who were orphaned with no parents. And in order to house all of these children, he would have Warrenbach build Playcare, their in-house orphanage, where after a tram ride into a dome, they were met with a city-like structure with homes, schools, counselors' offices, play areas, and a store